Hi everyone. All right, so today is just over a week since I've finished my last 10-day water fast. I've had a lot of emails and questions since I've completed my last fast. People wanting to know how to go about it, what you actually need to get started, what's actually involved in water fasting, why you water fast. So I thought I'd do a couple of little YouTube videos and just cover some of those questions so that you can safely water fast yourself at home. It is the most powerful way to heal the body. Our ancestors realized that there was fast, faster and fastest when it come to healing the body naturally. Fast is a raw food diet, a vegan raw food diet of fruit, vegetables, nuts and seeds. Faster is juice fasting. This still takes probably about 15-20 minutes of your body's energy to digest. And then of course water fasting being the fastest way to heal the body, simply because all of the body's energy is directed at healing the body. Your body, the blood of the body won't go without protein, so it gets its protein by eating away tumours and dead cells, anything that's not healthy in the body. Your body will target this and break that down and rid the body of that. So there's testimonials of people with chests full of tumours that are gone after 10 days or 12 days of water fasting. I just heard a testimonial today from a lady. She was juice fasting and she passed a big tumour on day 5 of juice fasting. So it is a very powerful way to heal the body. So for me, my passion for fasting came after reading two books from Don Tolman. One was called MAGIX, and the one that's really changed my life forevermore though is called Gaia Speaks, A Mother's Call. So it's a beautiful story. It's based on the information Don found on an ancient scroll in his search for truest truths over the years. The story pretty much goes like this. At the base of a mountain, a group of people gathered, sick, dying, in lots of pain. They've been outcast from their communities with diseases such as the Black Plague. Not knowing how to heal themselves, they basically just laid around waiting for their time to come, to die. When Gaia, Mother Earth, came to them in spirit form and explained to them that the reason they were sick and dying was that for so long they defiled their bodies by eating foodless foods in the form of processed foods, filling their bodies with death and decay in the form of dead animals, taking drugs from the poison makers, meaning medicines, and that doing this day in, day out had created this disease in their body and the state that they were in. She explained to them that to heal their body, they needed to go to the banks of the river and for 7 days and 7 nights do nothing but live on the water and to embrace the earthly angels, the mother's angels of a few, which is air, fire, earth and water. She said to breathe deeply the air and to drink nothing and bathe in nothing but the water from the river. And that when their bodies were filthier on the inside than the out, they should also cleanse internally. And she said to take their bodies to the mud of the river and cover themselves in this mud to take away the pain of deformed limbs or painful limbs. So for 7 days and 7 nights the people did this, and after a few days they started to realize that they were becoming well. But there was one man that was still writhing in pain. So she took the goat, the milk of a goat, and she placed this on the earth in front of him so that the angel of fire could create vapors that rose up into his nostrils. And after a few minutes, a worm came out of his body, the length of his whole body. And in that moment that came out of his body, all pain disappeared. So she said for the people that had defiled their bodies for a very long time, they should stay at the banks of the river and fast on nothing but the water for 7 days and 7 nights. 7 times 7 days and 7 nights. The idea was that 1 day of fasting cleared 1 whole year of toxicity from the body, and that 40 days of water fasting would clear a lifetime of toxicity. So she encouraged them to stay for 7 times 7, so 49 days of nothing but water. She said that to eat cooked foods or frozen foods would bring death to the body. She used the metaphor of a farmer taking the seeds that had been cooked or frozen and planting them in the ground, and the next year his fields were bare. And on the other hand, the farmer that took the live seeds and planted them in the ground had a beautiful full crop the following year. She said it's exactly the same with our bodies. When we fill our bodies with cooked foods or frozen foods, this brings death to the body. But when we fill our bodies with raw foods, this will quicken the body and make the body vibrant and healthy. She said to eat nothing but the foods from mother's table. So anything that comes from the earth, it's fine to eat, but to not touch anything outside of that, and to only eat what's grown locally in season. And when we do this, it's said that the nutrients stay in the bloodstream for 1 whole year and circulate in the blood until that fruit or vegetable comes forth the following year. And in that 12-month period, until the fruit or the vegetable, the plant comes forth again, the body can draw on everything that it needs because this is stored in the blood. So the story continued that the people stayed on, and for some, after 7 days and 7 nights of fasting, they were well. For others, they stayed on for the 7 times 7 days and 7 nights. Gaia explained that when we defile our bodies by doing, what we have been doing for so long now because of this false information, this false indoctrination that we've had through our education system and what, from our parents and their parents. This actually affects the unborn child 3 to 4 generations in advance by genetically weakening their immune systems and other systems of their body. So it's so important that we come back to purifying our body and healing ourselves so that we can not just be helping ourselves today, but be helping future generations. So I've actually completed 5 10-day water fasts myself now. My friend has completed 40 days of water fasting twice in 1 year. And he's healthier, more vibrant than ever before.